Hello and welcome to the Gold Guns and Guns podcast for Thursday, March 23rd, 2023. My name is Tom Luongo and we have a lot to talk about. It's episode 137 and Pascal Najadi is back with me. Urgent. He contacted me about an hour ago and said, I have something important to talk to you about. And this is going to be a short one. And I'm going to turn the floor directly over to Pascal because he wants to update us what's going on with his war against Pfizer. And it's, only the war for humanity. So we should probably listen to him. Pascal, welcome to the show. How you doing?
Hi, Tom Luongo. Great to be back, and hope you're well and the family's well.
We are. I hope the same for you.
Good day, America, from Switzerland. We have something to report because I'm the only one now suing Pfizer through the Supreme Court of the state of New York. We filed on the 6th of March successfully. Honorable Justice Laurie Sattler is in charge, is holding the file. We do not want to predict. We respect the courts, and we are confident that justice in America is functioning, is autark and independent. Why New York? Because Pfizer is in New York, and that's where we have to file or had to file a lawsuit. That is a civil suit. In addition to my filing of criminal charges, as we have reported before, against the Swiss president and Minister of Health, Alain Berset. At this occasion, I have to say, for both parties, the presumption of innocence applies to President Berset and Pfizer and all our employees and officers.
Sure.
These are now pending lawsuits in court in New York and at the federal prosecution in Switzerland. In connection with the so-called COVID vaccines, I can also report to you that I am diagnosed autoimmune illness through Pfizer mRNA, damaged my cell system. I'm a victim of this, and it's not good, but I'm a living example of what the bioweapon has done to people. And this genocide has to stop. It can only stop with justice. Peacefully. Justice is peace. And I believe justice, who's blind, will discuss herself the merits of the cases and decide. And we're confident, and we are impressed, by the way, by the speed we could file in New York within a few days, which is unheard of. My legal advisor is an American citizen. She's in safety with her daughter because we had to fly her out of America. We made some very big enemies, Pfizer, but the client of Pfizer is the Department of Defense, certain elements of it. And we have to clean this up. It cannot continue like this. The genocide has to stop. And this is why I have been able to do it. I thank God for it. And yeah, that's all I can report to you, which is great news for humanity. And we are patient now. And we await certain decisions of both camps regarding this issue.
Okay, yeah. So we haven't had, have any real update on what's going on with your criminal filing against the Swiss president yet. Is that correct?
Well, there again, I don't want to. I'm not the judge, not the prosecution. I cannot say anything more. That it's pending. I have, since we spoke, added criminal charges against the two doctors who injected me here, against the rules and laws of informed consent, against the rules and laws of getting the signature from me, which constitutes a severe bodily harm. Like if somebody puts a knife in you on the street, same, it's crime.
Right.
I have also, of course, had to file now, unfortunately, in the sad, my severe damage of health. I lost about 20 years. But the prosecution has to know, and they now know. And again, we are patient. We cannot predict. We cannot judge or prejudge, or we can also not, we should never do is do character assassination. Justice takes care of it, and we trust that they will do their job.
We can only hope at this point, and given the state of the politicization of courts across the West, it's going to be difficult to keep spirits up and not be cynical on that front. At least from where I stand. That's terrible. It's unbelievable.
And I've got 3 flags here, and the Judge Hammer from Paris, antique. That's my country. That's where the criminal charges have been filed. That's my other nation. I'm British too. I could use a British ruling against Pfizer that's been ruled already and attach this to my case in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this flag will save everything. Justice from America, probably, I don't know, might stop this nightmare. So there we go.
There we go. Well, it's sobering to hear that, and I'm very sorry to hear that these things have progressed the way they have.
I trust in God. I'm a believer, and you know what? It makes me stronger. And you know what? You value the days differently every morning, and family strong. And you can die of all kinds of things, car accidents or plane crashes, or God decides when time has come. I still have a lot of years to live. Right. But it's sobering when the doctor says, the professors, you know what, you're not going to get 80, but maybe a bit less. Okay, fine. Accept. Move on. Tell me what's the talk about this in Florida? You have governors. What's the talk in Florida? I mean, I thought DeSantis stops the vaccine mandates, or
it looks like it.
You had no mandate in America, but
no, we never had one. We certainly never had one here in Florida.
Yeah.
And DeSantis did a phenomenal job of taking care of us here in the Sunshine, and I would like to say the Sunshine Republic of Florida, because I think that's where we're going to wind up. But it's funny, the big thing with DeSantis right now is that because we're now moving into silly season, we're a little over a year out from the election, or a year and a half from the election, but really the whole presidential election season starts in about 2 months. The DeSantis versus Trump camp this stuff is all out of control. It's very clear. When I saw George Soros at Munich say that he was hoping to throw DeSantis at Trump and try and neutralize both of them, I'm like, oh really? So how many of the people that I see out there, getting on DeSantis are on your payroll, George? That kind of thing, because it's so very obvious at this point. They're not even trying to hide what they're doing. And it's, when I go through all this stuff, it's all I see. But the reality is that at the state level, DeSantis has done excellent work to shore up the state of Florida. We've watched, years and years and years of Republican supermajorities in the legislature here do nothing. And then this guy comes in and gets all the stuff done. And a lot of people who comment on what's going on in Florida do not understand Florida and do not understand this. But, again, partisan politics knows no bounds. So you just have to kind of, you have to roll with it and go, look, Florida's different. You just don't understand what's going on here. It's like no different than I would understand Idaho politics or Swiss politics. And that's why I talk to, different people from different places in order to get the scoop on what's going on there. Right. So,
yeah. What I don't understand is, Biden is not really elected. Mm-hmm. So I am still wondering who's in the White House, really.
It's Obama. It's very clear that this is Obama's third term. His Treasury Secretary was his Fed chairman. Like, and we're a day out from the FOMC, and I find it fascinating to watch how people continue to purposefully, I believe, misrepresent the way Jay Powell has been conducting monetary policy. You and I were speaking before I hit the record button about this, and I don't know. I just keep seeing resting hawk face Powell go, raising rates. Yep, QT. Yep, we're shrinking the balance sheet.
Let's go through this, and we'll come out stronger.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're not gonna be fine over here. It's gonna be very difficult. We have a raging, incipient crisis in commercial real estate in the United States. Daniel DiMartino Booth did great work on this. And if you saw the article she put out on her Substack yesterday, I thought was brilliant. But it doesn't matter. You can't extricate yourself from 15 years of funny money at the zero or negative bound and not expect there to be some consequences when you take the punch bowl away and everybody's like, no, I need to, no, more hair of the dog that bit me. Like, everybody wants a consequence-free world, and it doesn't work that way. But
okay,
so
I gotta go.
Yep.
Thank you very much for your time.
You too.
Greetings
Thank
to
you.
all of you. God bless you, and all the best.
And we'll talk soon. Let's try and do a more formal one.
We'll update you when we get judgments in New York. It's gonna be hot.
And maybe in a month I'd like to talk to you about what's going on, what you think is going on in the financial markets in Europe and whatnot. I think that
Let's hope that UBS can swallow Credit Suisse properly.
Yeah, and I think that would be a fun talk, and maybe we'll do that. I don't have any time for the next month or so, or next 2-3 weeks, but maybe sometime late April, maybe we can get together. That would be great.
Pleasure.
Right. Take care, Pascal. Thank you for.
Bye, Tom. All the best. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Well, that'll about wrap it up for episode 137 of the Gold, Goats, and Guns podcast. I know this was a short one, but it was kind of important. Apologize for not getting this out earlier. I've been very, very busy. So we will be back soon, hopefully in about a week or so with another episode. You can follow me on Twitter at TFL1728. You can sign up for the Patreon at patreon.com/Gold, Goats, and Guns. And you can go to the blog at tomluongo.me. That being said, you guys have a great week. We'll talk soon. Keep your stick on the ice.